So happy Tuesday. We have literally 4 days left of the month. And no matter where you are at in the month, these 4 days really matter. They are a testament to what you want to do in your business. They are they're very telling of how you're going to develop your business, treat your business. If it's going, these 4 days, if you've already hit your goal and you just coast on by for the last 4 days of the month, it's extremely telling of what you are going to do in your business. That coast energy is what you will always allow yourself to do instead of taking that and saying, holy crap, I've already hit my goal. This is awesome. Let me see how much better I can do. Let me see how much more I can go. If I've already hit it, clearly my goal was too small, right? If you have that mindset versus I'm just going to coast along, you will always give yourself that permission to coast every single month. Then there's going to come a month where you don't hit your goal early and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, now what do I do? And that, the way you handle the last week of the month, the last 5 to 7 days of the month is extremely telling of what you're going to do and how you're going to go about in your business. So if you're not at your goal right now, this is where you need to put on, if you have those blinders on, you need to keep them on. Do not let them fall off and get distracted about what's happening around you, about what's happening to somebody else, about whether this person has hit their goal and you haven't, or you haven't hit your goal. And this is why keep the blinders on for what's happening in your own personal life. It is never going to be a time, there's never going to be a time where this business is going to be a walk in the park. There's never going to be a time where you're going to have a month and all of a sudden things just fall into place. Oh, so beautifully. Maybe they do, but at some point you have had to work to get there and you've had to work to ride that momentum. But no matter what is happening in your life, there is always going to be challenges. There are always going to be hardships, and we have no idea. There is no telling what is going to happen tomorrow or Thursday or Friday or Saturday. There's no telling what is going to be thrown at us. It is entirely up to us. You cannot let your success within this business, the goals that you have already set, you cannot let them be determined and reliant on what happens in your outside world. So while all of that chaos is happening, my chaos right now is feeling pregnant AF, cannot walk, can't move, my workouts feel like a drag. I am literally dragging my feet. And to keep that mindset of I'm a health and fitness coach and I need to show up on my social media sharing my workout, believe me when I tell you, all I want to do is complain. All I want to do is get on my stories and be like, my workouts suck. I don't want to do them anymore. I don't want to show up anymore. I'm tired. I am 30 weeks pregnant and getting up at 5 a.m. because this is literally the only thing that's working for me. All I do is sleep. I could list you out a long list of things. Then on top of that, I could list you out all of the mental battles that I deal with every single day. On top of that, let's add on all of the outside world that I get thrown at. I'm just one human, and I'm not saying that I just wrote a post actually about this, it's just becoming more and more prominent, I guess, over the last couple of weeks in conversations that I'm having. Our own personal hard is not harder than somebody else's. It's not easier than somebody else's. We need to put those horse blinders on. This business is here and it's going and it's moving. And whether we like it or not, tomorrow's coming. you know? We have to show up. So these last 4 days of your month in this business, this month, next month, September, October, November, December, they matter. They matter. Don't ever, ever, ever shut your mind off. The moment that you let yourself go into coast mode or go into, you know what, I'm not going to worry about hitting this goal because what's the point in even trying? I have 30 days next month. I might as well try again. 31 days. I have 31 days next month. I might as well try. I'm going to have a lot longer. Or you've already hit your goal and you're like, why put these sales through when I can just like linger them out and push them until August and then I'll lock in Success Club. The second you have that mindset, you literally take a gun and shoot yourself in the foot. If you have that mindset, you will never push forward and rise in your goals, okay? These 4 days left of the month, every single month, they matter so much, and they're telling of how your business is going to grow. There has never, ever in my business been a month where I have said no to a sign up in the last moments of the month. I would rather sign that person up and hit 2 points above my goal or hit above Success Club, whatever that minimum was, than wait, sign them up the next day. Because what happens if the next day they don't want to join? What happens if the next day they lose their energy? What happens if I didn't sign them up in that day, on that final day of the month, they actually ended up coming up with this promotion somewhere else and they went and bought somewhere else? You shoot yourself in the foot the second that you let your goals be determined by that coasting energy, okay? So it's very telling right now on what you do. If you're not even on the board right now, you have 4 days to get on that board. Get yourself on that board. If you're not at Emerald yet, get yourself to Emerald. Put the horse blinders on. No matter what freaking, like literally, I imagine myself in these kind of days, like in the end of the month energy, literally, you know that bubble soccer? And they're in the big, huge bubbles and they're like playing soccer, moving around. That's what I imagine myself in. I'm like, okay, whatever happens in these last few days, I'm gonna deal with it after. I don't have time to deal with you right now. I don't have time. I don't have energy to be sad, to be mad, to handle you. I don't have the energy capacity. I have a goal to hit. And that's how freaking laser focused I want you to be, and just bubble soccer it all the way through. Knock everybody out, knock them over, handle it on Friday, okay? Give yourself that breather, get to your goal, okay? Okay, moving on from there, I want to talk about this incredible, I don't even know what to call it, theory from the book that I'm reading. It's called Start With Why. Put this on your reading list. Start With Why. There's also one called Find Your Why. I haven't read it yet. It will also get on my reading list. But this book is excellent. I'm loving it. It's the same author as Leaders Eat Last, which I also love. However, I don't think that book, Leaders Eat Last, is a book that is like a priority book, whereas this one can help you like yesterday, okay? So highly recommend that book, but I want to talk about like the main principle that he's talking about in the beginning of this book and realistically throughout the entire book. And I'm just going to put it very simple in a very, very, very simple way on how I am implementing it and how you can start implementing it right away, okay? It can be done in 4 days. You are absolutely right. Okay. Let me just change this. Why is this here? Okay, literally 2 slides today. This is all I have. Okay. So, number 1, motivation versus inspiration. This was the perfect, it was exactly what I needed. When I first read it, I was like, every single page, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So motivation versus inspiration, very, very basic. When it comes to sales or when it comes to leading anybody, when it comes to, thought leaders out there, when it comes to think of your most admired motivational speaker or educator, whoever that is, put them in the chat. Think of that person, the person that stands out that you're like, I want to listen to every single thing that they say. I want to learn from them. Everything that they say, I soak it in. I agree, so on and so forth. Somebody who absolutely you admire, an educator, a teacher that you learn from. For me, mine would be, I have 2. Number 1 is Gabby Bernstein, and number 2 is Amanda Francis. 2 people that always stand out to me. Amanda Fran, Kendra Hall. That book is awesome. So think of that person, type it in the chat for me because I actually want to know who you guys think of. And this can be somebody who is like in your personal life. This doesn't have to be like a big name that you read books from or anything like that. It can also be, oh, stop. It can also be, somebody that you just, you think in your head and you're like, yeah, okay, perfect. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so those people, they inspire you. They lead with, Post Malone, I love it. They lead with their beliefs. They share their beliefs and you agree with them. So at the end of the day, you agree with what they say and they make you want to do something, to choose a certain way, to live a certain lifestyle. You'll follow them. Tasha, this is a prime example, okay? Your love for Taylor Swift, she could make anything, do anything, say anything, and you're like, yes, yes, right? That is inspiration. That is that you are a follower to her leadership, right? The reason she does that, the reason you are such a loyal follower for her is because you agree with her beliefs, with what she says. You agree with her lifestyle. You agree with who she is. You agree with what she says. You agree with her and everything that she is sharing, right? Yes, Grant Cardone, I agree. I totally agree. And that would be an example of he inspires you, Grant Cardone inspires you to take the action that you're now taking because he shares his own beliefs about the 10X rule, about how to go about business, about why success is literally your ethical obligation. I just hear him in my head. I'm like, success is your ethical obligation. It's your ethical responsibility. And I'm like, yes, right? That is, he's sharing his belief is that success succeeding. He wrote that book, 10X Rule, at 52 years old, and he still has gigantic goals. One of his goals that he talks about in that book, Chantel and I are listening to the 10X Rule, and one of the goals that he talks about in that book is wanting 6 billion people to know who he is when it comes to sales, to think about sales, and he's the one that comes up. He wants 6 billion people, aka like the whole freaking world, to know who he is. That's his goal. We would all think that's literally absurd. And he preaches in this book, over the entire course of the book, about his firm belief that succeeding is our ethical obligation. It's our responsibility. And that if we don't go and do what we are meant to do, if we don't succeed at the levels that we are capable of, if we don't set our goals so high so that we actually have to level up, we are doing a disservice to the world, to ourselves, to the people, to our family around us. That's his belief. And I get goosebumps just thinking about that, because I'm like, yes, I completely agree. But there's going to be people who don't agree, and that's okay. So motivation versus inspiration. Inspiration is the loyal, long-term followers. These are the people, aka us, to these people that we're talking about right now. We are making the decision to follow what that person is sharing about, to follow their beliefs. We will do what they do. We will listen to what they have to say. We will follow along with what they have to offer, because they inspire us to do better. They inspire us to make that decision. They make us think in our heads, I want to do what she's doing. I want to do what he's doing. I agree with what he's doing, and I want to do that too. That's inspiration. Motivation when it comes to sales or leadership. We're going to apply this to sales and leadership because obviously that's our business. Motivation is short term. Motivation is manipulation. Okay? It's manipulated. That's actually what it should say. I'm going to change this. Manipulation, even with the best intentions, are almost like getting people to make a decision about about something, about a sale, about an action. We're manipulated into making that decision, and that is only going to produce short-term results, okay? Short-term results. This will not produce long-term leadership. You will not produce loyal customers and followers who will be with you forever if you lead with promotional manipulation. Now, what is considered in this? Think about those companies. Nobody say them. Don't trash talk them. Don't think badly about them. I just want you to think about them. I just want you to have those thoughts come up in your mind. Think about those companies or those other salespeople that you see online who are leading with a promotion, who are leading with a sale, who are leading with a promotion, who are leading with, if you join now, save $50, or if you join now, you get this for free. Those types of promotions, those types of sales tactics that get us to make that decision, to make that sale, is manipulating us. Those sales promotions of join now, get this bonus, join now, get this deal, join now because now's the sale. When we lead with a sale, when we lead with just strictly a promotion, we're manipulating people into buying. We're leading with good intentions. We want people to join, but we're leading with the product and not the reason why they should join. Does that make sense? You have to read the book. Please get this book. Put it on your list. Get this book. Read it in August. Do it. I promise you it's worth it. If you didn't know, on Amazon, you can buy used books and they're not the full price, so you save some money. I bought The Slight Edge for like $12, and this one I think I got for like, I don't know, $14, $16 Canadian. So get that book, but it talks more in depth about manipulation and all of the different kinds of manipulation, and you will see, reading through, you'll be like, wow, yes, this makes so much sense. The problem with manipulation is that if we're always getting sales because we're offering a sale, because we're offering a lower price, a promotion, we're not getting loyal long-term believers. We're getting right now short-term yeses. And if we keep leading with sales, what happens? Think of our business. What happens when we don't have a good sale? Doesn't usually happen. But what happens if we actually have, what happens if we have a program launch that you don't like? It will happen. I promise you. In your career as a coach, you will have a launch that you do not agree with, that you could care less about, that you do not care about. You will have one. To be totally honest, that was me for Barbland. Did not like it. Another one was To Be Mindset. Believe it or not, I actually hated that program when it first came out. Now I love it, but I didn't promote it. There will be a time where you don't have a sale to lean on. There will be a time where you're doing a different program in the time of a launch. To me, I think that's silly. That's just, I just think it's silly, but it might happen. Okay, you might be doing another program, or you might be completing something, or you might be going through something when there's a launch going on and you just don't have the availability to lean on that sale. What happens then? How do you get people if you're not leading with a sale? If you don't have a sale to talk about, if you don't have this $24 off promo, if you don't have this bomb ass challenge group to talk about, what do you say to get people to join you? How do you still hit Success Club? How do you still rank advanced? How do you still make a paycheck every single Thursday? That is where manipulation, even with the good intentions, versus inspiration comes in, and this is what it is. Draw this out for yourself. Stick it wherever you work. Every single time you make a post, I want you to come back, to this diagram. What, how, why? Most people and most companies go from the outside to the inside. We talk about what we have. We talk about how it can be used. And we talk about why maybe we do it. And usually in place of that why, it's actually a call to action sale. So for example, if we were using our business, it would be, I have a program, I have a boot camp running. It's starting on August 1st. It's $24 off. You're going to get all of these tools. And if you're interested in losing 5 to 15 pounds, you can comment below. That goes from the what to the how to the why, or the call to action. It's actually missing the why. What you wanted, this would be a manipulation sale. You're talking and promoting the what. You're getting people only to join because of that sale. But you're not getting people to emotionally connect and to emotionally say yes. You're not getting people to decide for themselves to make a change. You're just getting people to make a sale. So we're going to flip it. This is called the golden circle. It's the theory of the golden circle. You start with why, you talk about how, and then you tell them what. If you do this, you will be one of those people who inspires other people. When you do this, you will be somebody invincible, unbreakable, untouchable in this business, no matter what happens, no matter what program you're promoting, no matter what month you're in. It can be December at Christmas time, and you will still have the best results that you will ever have in your business because you follow this structure, not the other way around. This will develop your team. This will develop people who stay and follow and cheer you on from now until the very end. This is what develops you as a leader. This is what gets your people, customers, and your coaches. So if you want to lead a team, if you want to build a team and you're thinking to yourself, I need to get business builders. Who's thinking that? Literally me, all the time. If we're constantly thinking, I need to find business builders, I need to find customers, I need to find these people, where are they? This is how you need to start posting and talking and communicating. From why to what. So let's talk about them. In your why, you are saying and stating repeatedly, why do you show up? So I want you to take a quick 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a 2-minute time period right now. 2 minutes. If you don't have pen and paper right in front of you, I just want you to actually think about it in your head. 2 minutes. Time starts now. Why do you get up and still do this business? Write as quickly as you can. Why are you here? Why do you want to build this team? Why do you want to be a part of this team? Why are you here and on this team call? 2 minutes. Write it out. Go with the gut. Why are you here? There is no right or wrong answer. There is no too deep, too shallow of a thought. Why are you here? 1 more minute. Another way to put it is, why did you say yes in the first place? The day that you signed up, why did you say yes? Okay, your homework is to fill out these circles and all of the different pieces after this call. Do it right after this call so that everything is fresh. But I want you to go a little bit deeper if you weren't able to finish it all off. The how is your beliefs and your values for why you do what you do. So let me give you my example. Why I show up to this business 4.5 years later, after missing numerous goal deadlines, after building my team, having it fall apart, building my team again, having it fall apart, doing that at least 5 times. Why am I still here? One of the reasons is because I firmly believe that it is entirely up to us and in our control to completely change our stories. My why is I want to live a life of health, of happiness, and of wealth. I don't want to live. My biggest why is I do not want to live a life restricted by finances, no travel. I don't want to raise my kids in a household of unhealthy, unhappy relationship. My why, that the reason that I get up every single day and continue to fight for this lifestyle, to fight for this business, is because the opportunity is unmatched anywhere else. My values are health, happiness, and mindset. I believe that it is entirely up to us to control, or entirely up to us to change our story. I believe that it is entirely in our hands, our health, our wealth, and our happiness. If we don't like our job, change it. You're not stuck there. If you don't have enough money, do something about it. If you don't like the way that your life is, do something about it. That's how I do my why. My how are my beliefs, my core beliefs of why I do what I do. I show up every day because I believe, or because I want to live a healthy and happy and free life. I do not want to raise my children in a household where there is financial restriction, debt, fights, screaming. I don't want to live a life where my children witness an unhealthy marriage or an unhealthy relationship around them. That's my why. How I do that, I take control. I work so intentionally on my actions. I choose so carefully my actions, what I do, what I think, what I say, who I'm around. I believe that it is our responsibility, that life doesn't happen to us, that it happens for us, that everything that we have is a result of our decisions, of our choices, our actions. That's what I believe. So what I offer is a boot camp and my team for other people to change their life the exact same way that I have. When I write a post and I share about the fitness, a program, go creep through my my Instagram over the last little while and notice the posts that I did a really good job. There's definitely going to be posts where I didn't, but notice posts where I did this way. I lead with why I show up, my values, and if you agree with me, here's what I have to offer. The people who join, you guys who join, you joined because you agree with me. You joined because you share the same beliefs. You joined because you have the same desires. Whether they are exactly the same or they're your own version, you believe in the why. You can see my why. You want to know why we hit 1 star finally after so long? Because I shared why it was so important for me, for you, for us, and you agreed with that same goal. Collectively, we wanted this goal. You believed in it as much as I did. It was like we were fighting for the exact same goal. That's because we led with why. What we were doing, it doesn't really matter. How we got there was we believed in the same things. Does this make sense? Yeah? Yes? Excellent. So I'm gonna, hang on, stop sharing. Yes, that's exactly what I was just gonna do, Chantel. So how you would, let's say I wanna talk about how you lead this for coaching. For our products, you guys tap into why you show up for your health, why you show up for your fitness, why you joined a boot camp. One of those three, talk about why you do it. And I guarantee you guys do it already. You do it already. So Chantel, for example, you show up on your stories and you do this. This is why you have so many sales. You do this. You talk about why you got started. One of your main whys was you were tired of starting and trying things, and you've tried many things, and then COVID happened. So then you were in this position of needing a solution. You wanted to live a healthy lifestyle. That's one of your values. And so what you did was use this product. People join you and believe you. And think back to your first month. They joined you because you led with why. They joined you because you led with, I don't even know all of the details about promotions, about products, about what I'm even doing. I have no idea what I am even telling you about. All I know is that I am going to get healthy, that this is going to work for me, that I am saying yes to me, and I want you to do it with me. And people are like, okay. Why? Because they agree with you. They want to do this with you. And they believe the same thing. They believe that COVID sucks, put them in a position of needing a health solution. All of a sudden, they're looking for a workout routine. They're agreeing with you, so they're saying yes. So I want to give you guys a little bit more of an example for coaching, because this is usually where you guys all say, I don't know how to recruit coaches. You need to discover and uncover, why are you here for the business? Why do you want to hit Emeralds, hit Success Club? Why do you want to help somebody? Why do you want to help one person, 2 people? Why do you want to help 50 people? Why do you want to go diamond? Why do you want to make a paycheck? Why do you want to learn how to build this business? What's in it for you? Why are you interested in this business? What does it mean for you? So some prompts that you can ask yourself. If somebody could do me a huge favor and type these in the chat as I say them, I'll say them slow, just so that some, like in case people can't get them. Number 1, what does success in this business look like for me? One of the questions that I ask you guys when you're on your first coach call with me is, if everything could work out for you, if everything could work out in this business, time was not a problem, money was not a problem, fears were not a problem, if everything could work out, what would this business do for you? What would that success look like? That is your first place to start. You need to know what your ultimate success looks like. The second prompt I want you to ask yourself is, if that success happens, what does that mean for me? Why does that matter? So for example, if one of your dreams is, I'll use Kaylin's. One of Kaylin's dreams is to retire her husband. Why does that matter so deeply? Why is that so important? So for you, whatever that is, if the success happened, what does that mean for me? Why is that so important for me? Not for the people outside of your world, you guys. Not for, this is not, I want to help people. And what that means for me is, I want to help people because I care about people. It's for you, for you and your life, why does that matter? Okay? So when you know those answers, you can write a post that says something like, for me, it would be 4 years ago, I was desperate for something to change my life. I was desperate to find something that helped me mentally, that gave me a community that was positive. I was surrounded by negativity. I was depressed and anxious, and I didn't even know it. I was desperate for change. I was so deep in debt that I could not even understand this concept of living a life with money. All I wanted was to get out and be able to buy some groceries without actually checking if I was going to go into overdraft, if I was going to get an NSF for that month on paying my bills. All I wanted was somebody to cheer me on. I found this business. I thought it was a scam, thought it was too good to be true, but I thought I literally have nothing to lose. I don't have any money to lose, so if it is a scam, they're literally taking nothing. I have nothing, $0. There's no money, nothing. At this point, I could claim bankruptcy because I literally have no money. I have no money, no assets, no car. There's nothing that you can take from me. I literally have nothing. So I have nothing to lose. But if this works, I could potentially change my life, because I see how this chick on Facebook, who I don't even know, went from who I was in that moment to where I dreamed of being. That was a dream. And I thought, if I could just have even an inch of that success, my life would change. So I said yes. And that's why I show up every single day. From that day, because of that yes, I changed my life. That is a why to how to what. The why is what I was struggling with. Why I was so desperate to get into this. Why it's so important for me to say, why it was so important for me to say yes. How was I just went for it. I had nothing to lose. That was my value, my belief. I wanted success. I didn't want to live this way anymore. I didn't want to be stuck anymore. The what is I said yes. I said yes to coaching. That takes people on a journey, and somewhere along there, they see themselves in that same story. Through that post, I would inspire somebody to take action without saying, I've got a promotion for $50 off. You can join me this month. Join me this month and you'll make a $50 promotion, or you'll make a $50 bonus. You'll make a $500 bonus. I didn't manipulate somebody into saying yes. I simply shared my why. And in that process, somebody either agrees or they disagree. And those who agree, those who see themselves in that same story, some way, shape, or form of their own story, they're either going to say yes to my team, fill out an application, or send me a message. They're going to take action. That call to action on the backwards way, where we lead with the product, then we say how, and then we tell them fill out my link in my bio. That call to action is their own decision. So that inspiration piece, it inspires somebody to make that decision to go and take that action themselves, to decide what action it is. Maybe I didn't inspire them to join coaching, but I inspired them to do something. Maybe I inspired them to go get help. Maybe I inspired them. The number of people who send me messages telling me that they went to therapy because I openly shared about my therapy, that's inspiration. I'm not tooting my own horn here. That is simply just proof of inspiration. I shared my why. I shared my story. And because of that, people felt connected, agreed, wanted that for themselves. They went and made that same decision to go to therapy themselves, to call their therapist. You're going to impact people in the same way. This way of communicating, of sharing, posting, advertising, this will help you never, ever feel like you are selling. It will never make you feel stressed about this business. You guys, when you ask me about, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep up with this? Or when you guys are feeling like that struggle bus, that feeling of, holy frick, this feels hard. I don't know if this is worth it. It's because you're leading with the manipulation and your promotions are just not working. Lead with why, and the people will come. The right people will show up for you. The right people will link arms with you. And then getting people to succeed in this business, it's not work. It's not pulling teeth. I don't pull teeth. I did not pull teeth to get Kaylin to go to Diamond. I did not decide for Kaylin to go Diamond. She decided it for herself, right? I did not convince her. I didn't manipulate her. I didn't tell her that if she goes Diamond, she's going to get this. I didn't tell her some fancy thing. I did not give her whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. She decided for herself that she wants to make that goal. You decided for yourself to show up on this call. I didn't say, those of you who show up on this call, I'll do a giveaway. I've done that before. It doesn't work. You decided to show up on this call. Your people who you recruit, who you build your team with, they will simply just decide to succeed, right? They will simply just decide to succeed. You're not pulling teeth with them. You're not dragging them. They want to be there because you shared your story, your desires, your goals, your beliefs, your aspirations. Share those aspirations, those visions, those goals. So when it comes to how to lead with why for the boot camp, it's a little bit more basic than with coaching. Keep it simple. Lead with why is health, results, happiness, whatever it is, this boot camp for you, why is that so important? Your hows are your values and your beliefs. So why you do what you do, okay? The what is simply your boot camp. You don't need to always have, my boot camp is open for enrollment. People will want to join you because they agree with you, okay? When it comes to coaching, share your why. The success that you desire, the aspirations that you desire. For those of you going for a rank goal, share the rank goal. It's not about hitting the rank. It's about the process and the reason and the why it matters to you. Do you know how many people sent me messages who aren't on my team, who do not do the business, or they're my clients, who sent me congratulation messages for hitting 1 star? That's my goal, my desire. And people are reaching out, sharing that congratulations as if they're celebrating with me. It literally could make me cry. Like, I could not believe it. The number of people who sent me messages or the congratulations that you guys shared. They're so genuine, as if we're celebrating together. That comes from I boldly shared over and over and over this desire to hit this goal, to prove to myself that I could do it, because you guys deserve it just as much as I do, because we're in this together. The hustle, this baby, I shared over and over and over why this matters to me so much, why I value success and showing up. And I don't give a shit when people try and tell me, take a nap, you're pregnant. Go screw yourself, I've got goals, man. That's where my Grant Cardone comes in. I'm like, it's my ethical obligation to succeed for this little girl, to be that successful for her, to provide for her. She deserves to have the proper food, good nutrition, the right wipes and diapers and all of those products and shampoos and all of that stuff that my parents couldn't afford the clean stuff. I got all the toxic shit all over me, right? I want to provide the right things, the clean things for my, I've done that, like literally 70 million times. I've done that. All you do is you just go, oh my God, I was literally looking at the message that just popped up, wrote their name. I'm so sorry. What an idiot I am. That's literally what I say. See, we've all done it. Okay. Lead with why, talk about how.
Super side note,
yeah.
If you sent it over Instagram, you can unsend the message.
But then they see that you unsend the message and then it's just weird.
Not if you like immediately resend another message.
But they'll see a notification. This sender a sender unsent the message.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't tell you who. So if you do it right away, then you can get away with it. But if you like send a message, they see that you sent a message. So like if it pops up like on their notifications kind of thing, and they see Chantel sent you a message and they don't see the message, but then you go and unsend it, then they'll go to it and they'll see that there's no message and they'll be like, bitch, just unsend this message.
Oh my God, I did that one time. I was like inviting and I forgot to change a name and I was like, unsend, fix the name, reset.
I have totally done. Yeah, if you do it right away, then it's like whatever. But I've definitely done it and just played off. You guys, you're human. You're human. This is proof that you're human. Okay. I played my phone somehow. Yeah, see? Sometimes you just gotta tell little white lies. It's fair. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this? There's 3 minutes before 9 o'clock my time. Does anybody have any questions that I can tap into? Let this soak in. Please let it soak in. Give yourself the opportunity to dive into those 3 things. You're coming up with your why. Your how are your values, your beliefs. It's the values and the beliefs, the reasons why you do what you do, okay? The what is literally just your boot camp and your team. That's how you're helping people. So it's not necessarily, don't get the how, don't get mixed up in the how, thinking that how we help people is through a boot camp and or inviting or whatever. How is still about you. How is about how you do your why, okay? Your values and your beliefs. The what is simply what you're doing to achieve the why. Does that make sense? Yeah? Excellent. There's like some like thinking faces on here, and I'm hoping that it's just like this was a lot and you're just all soaking it in and gonna let it just absorb and send me a million questions tomorrow, and that's okay. Excellent. Okay, last thing before I dive off. Team Cup is in August. If you've never been a part of Team Cup before and you are interested in being a part of a Team Cup team, then please send me a message. You need a team of 5. So if you are interested in doing Team Cup, basically it's you plus 4 other people. You collectively as a team try and hit as many Success Club points as possible. You try and rank advance. When it comes to Team Cup, be committed to go all in. If you are going to join a team, you are joining a team. And if you slack, the team's only as great as your weakest player, right? Any team, anything that we do in life, we're only as good as our weakest link, okay? So if you are interested in joining Team Cup and you want this to be a reason, to be that like kick in the pants, that fire, that energy, I have a team and you can totally jump in on our energy as well, but you will be a part of your own team. If you want to use that, or you know about Team Cup and you are ready to go all in, you are ready to take action, you are ready to put forth, you are gonna go for Success Club, you're gonna do the things, you're gonna get out of your comfort zone, you're gonna do things differently, then send me a message and I will happily try and hook you up with a team and set you guys up, okay? If you have any questions about tonight's call, then feel free to put them in the team page, please. Just because if you have this question, more than likely somebody else probably has the question, they just don't know it yet. And it's always helpful to share questions like that. If you guys ever have any questions that you're like, how do I say this? How do I do this? Is this invite okay? I really encourage you to post those things in the team page, because this is how other people find out their answers to the questions that they don't even know that they have, okay? So I really encourage you you can send me a message, but also post it in the team page, just for the purpose of if I can answer it in that team page so that other people can ask other things. Yes, excellent. So that I can answer things for other people as well, things that they might not have even known, especially when it comes to like rank or the back office or things like that. Like Caitlin, as you're asking all of these questions, learning about the back office, just pop that all into the team page just so that I can answer it and other people can get those answers too, okay? There's no judgment in that team page. If you don't know the answers, you don't have to answer it. If you think that I know the answers and I haven't answered it, please tag me. And if you do know the answers, you can write it out. And that's a perfect way. You haven't learned something unless you can teach it to somebody else. And I'm a firm believer on that. Okay, I'm jumping off. I am going to post about August team calls. Y'all are going to hate me so freaking much, but August team calls on Tuesdays have to be on pause. We have to find another day just for those 4 weeks. We have a hypnobirthing class and they're only freaking on Tuesdays at 6 till 9 p.m. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So every Tuesday in August, we are sitting on our couch listening to a course. So we have to find a day. I will post in the team page so that we can obviously, I obviously want to continue them. But yeah, team call change, Team Cup, start with why, all of the things. Anybody have any questions? No? Good? You guys are awesome. Crush the last 4 days. Crush the last 4 days. Prove to me what you can freaking do in 4 days. You all are capable. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon.